One of the challenges in test automation is flaky tests. That is, the tests that sometimes pass and sometimes fail. As discussed in the previous video, the main reason for flaky tests is the asynchronous behaviors like JavaScript or Ajax. We'll understand it better with an example. Well, let's navigate to a new web page. I'll leave the link to this web page in the description of the video, so you can do it on your own. Well, I have two buttons here, okay, add a box and reveal a new input. Let's take a look at the HTML code behind this web page. So I'm going to right click and select inspect. So here you can see the HTML code. All right, so let's expand the body part, and you can see that there are three elements in this web page, right? So the first two elements, when you inspect, you can see that they are buttons. So the type of these two elements, the type attribute shows that they two are buttons, okay? So, and when you hover over these two elements, the corresponding button is highlighted on the left side of the screen. Well, so what about the third element, the input element? When you hover over this third element, nothing is highlighted on the screen, right? So that means, this is hidden, okay? It's not displayed on the screen. And the style attribute shows that display none. That's the value, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the button reveal a new input, and let's see what happens. So I'm clicking this, and after some time it's displaying an edit box here, okay? There is an input box display, right, after some slight delay. And let's see what happens on the right side in the HTML code. Now you can see that for this element input id equal to revealed, the value of style attribute, that's disappeared now, okay? So that's been changed. And when you hover over this element, this input element, now you can see that the input box on the web page is highlighted, right? So that means the behavior of this particular element is changed dynamically, right? So what I did, I clicked to reveal a new input button, that is this particular element, okay? This is the code for that element, and in this code you can see that there is an attribute on click, and its value is a reveal, right? So this reveal is a function, it's a JavaScript function, okay? So when you click on this particular element, this function is invoked, and this function changed the behavior of another element. An element which was previously hidden is displayed now, right? And this JavaScript function is defined here, okay, somewhere here, okay? There's a JavaScript section, and you can see that there is some functions, okay? This is the reveal function, okay? So we are not digging into the details of JavaScript functions here. We are trying to understand some behaviors and dynamic behaviors of this HTML web page, all right? Okay, so when you interact with this element through your Selenium code, you need to ensure that the particular element is in the required state. So for example, if you want to enter some text here, you need to ensure that this particular element is displayed before entering any text, right? Otherwise you will get an exception, right? Yeah. And let us take another case. There is one more button here, add a box, okay? So I'm going to click on this button, and let's inspect what happens, okay? So I'm clicking here, and after some time it's showing a square here, okay? Now let's inspect the HTML code on the right side. So here you can see that there is a fourth element added dynamically now. See, you can see a div element, okay, and with some properties. And when I hover over this element, you can see that the corresponding square is highlighted on the left side of the page, right? So you can dynamically add a new element on the web page even after loading the initial HTML code. So through your Selenium code, if you want to perform anything on a particular element, you need to ensure that that particular element exists and interactable. Okay, otherwise your script might fail and it will cause flaky tests.